Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Hold your
Decided to go into pre-law, then journalism, and with no academic focus, my grades took off in their own direction. You will fail at some point in your life, accept it. You will lose. I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. You will embarrass yourself, you will suck at something. There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living. I didn't quit. I prayed. I prayed. So you will catch a break, and I did catch a break.
like, share, subscribe.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you, and I think I have to listen, because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day.
We won't stop. We will not stop.
Sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so right, it's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give, something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now
See this? Now you cannot go
baby,
again.
baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give, something's telling me it's right.
Neighbors and the
When you
community
came to me,
compelled to
who are
scour
you?
the area.
It's you, yeah, boy.
Where does the fault lie on you?
Hey family, how is everybody doing? Come on in, you guys. Share the live. I see family all in the building. Let's see what's going on. We got Sonya Watts always in here first. You are taking the lead into all the mods that we have. We have a lot of mods, but I see Sonya Watts, Tina Powers is in here, and that's the mods that I see that normally comes in here. And they know I'm a little bit late, but I was working on some things. I want to share with you guys. We're still talking about the Breasia Terrell case, and I want to share some stuff with you. The judge has not came with a verdict, so we are on watch. I'm sorry I missed last Wednesday live. I missed it. I was trying to work a 13-day full-time shift with going to school. And when I finally got some rest, Zan called me and was like, I see you, but I was like, Earl, I'm tired. I got to go to sleep. And when I woke up, it was 4:00, you guys. I am so sorry. I missed the whole thing, and that's my fault. But, your girl does have to work because we do not rely on anything but our own money and our own finances. And so we're going to come in here today, and we're going to talk about some things, but we are waiting for the verdict from the judge. It's a bench trial. That means there's no jury that's going to have to come and they're arguing or fussing. So the judge is fighting with himself. What's going on? Now, I noticed something. I don't know if this is true, but I noticed there's only but 2 charges. One is the charge of kidnapping, and the other charge is first-degree murder. And this is what the judge is having problems with. First of all, she says, sorry, SP, I was doing my homework. I was doing mine too. Matter of fact, I'm so caught up on my homework, I don't have homework to do until September the 6th. But you know me, I'm a busy bee. I'm going to work on it so it won't get hectic because, we got 2 weeks done and we're in the 3rd week. And so I don't want to get behind. I want to keep a good grade so I'll stay caught up. But we got Valerie Montgomery in the house. She's a soldier. She is a member, you guys. Thank you. Lisa Taylor, she's in there. She's a member. I love you guys that's been a member because you guys support this channel. And trust me, every little bit helps. Every little bit counts. So I know sometimes you guys that does support the channel wondering, like, wow, dang, but trust and believe. The things that you guys do help this channel, and I appreciate you. I just want to say a shout out to those of you that support the channel and rock with the channel and continue to support us as we go through here. I do want you guys to know the update on Diesel. So yesterday, what happened with Diesel? Diesel's been getting in a little trouble, tearing up stuff, remotes, and you name it. So, but I got him, gave him a bath yesterday and cleaned his kennel really good. He's been bringing ants and fleas in the house, so we had to exterminate the ants and the fleas out the house. That's why I'm getting little bites on me and stuff. So we had to take the bedding off and the comforters and get them all washed yesterday. So that's what I did yesterday. She said, go, Diesel, go. But he is healthy. He's growing. He's doing a lot. I'm going to let you guys see him again. He's still kind of itching at the ears a little bit, but I mean, he's not shaking his head. So trying to keep things out of his head. I like to see, I'm glad I see Rachel in the building. Rachel been coming up and getting on the panel and everything, and I appreciate her when she comes in the building. So I don't see brown sugar, and I don't see Soldier Girl yet, and I do not see Freddie. I see Woke the God then came in the building. Thank you guys for showing up. Let's get into some of the details because I was writing them down on the back of this sheet that I wanted to share with you guys. So we do all know that we are on the verdict watch waiting for the verdict. And you guys can call in and I will put up on the platform if you want to come on the platform. Also, I'm in the middle of getting my hair done. I'm doing it myself, but so I can just be ready for the next month or so. I ain't gonna have to worry about getting my hair done because I'm doing it myself. I don't have that kind of money like y'all have where you can go to the beauty shop and get your hair done. And even if I did, they don't do my hair right. I'd be looking with big forehead and all this other stuff. So Anyway, that's what's up. So let me share with you some information so that you guys, if you didn't know this information, I got it right here because I've been going over and over while I'm sitting here doing my hair. I've been going over some of the testimony that the mom said, some of the testimony that the girlfriend said, because they all lying. I need to share this with you guys. I know you guys going to get mad at me because you guys want to be like, yeah, but they got nothing to do with Breasia being missing. Let me tell you, it's a collective thing. If everybody would have been doing what they were supposed to be doing, Breasia would be here. Okay, just remember that. And I get it. There's Brown Sugar. She done came in the building. How you doing? Nancy LaRose is in here. Diane is here. Tina Powers is in the building. Lisa Calhoun is up in here. Let me see who else is in the building. I love to see family come on in here. Rachel's in here. Passion B is in the building. AllishaWatts is always in the building. I can always appreciate the ones. And Woke to God is up in the building. How you guys doing? Thank you guys for showing up. Make sure you share. Hit that heart. Hit them hearts, you guys. Thank you very much for those hearts coming in. And the 100%, that helps our algorithm. So if you're not doing anything but sitting here listening to me talk, go ahead and hit them hearts so that YouTube will share this live. We are on the verdict watch of what the judge has came up with. Some people call me and say, what the judge waiting on, SP? What is the judge waiting on? He's a judge. Well, here's the thing. And I don't know. I can't tell you what the judge is thinking about. The judge is a judge of his own, you know. But the judge is trying to figure out there's evidence. But it's circumstantial evidence. It's not hard evidence. Yes, we do have a body. They have found the young lady, but there's no DNA on her. It was maybe, you know, like she came up missing July the 10th. I can tell you that for sure. But the evidence that they brought, yes, they have the body. There's no DNA on the body. It's been a while when they found her. They found her in March. She came up and missing in July. So you got July, August. Thank you for the purple hearts. I'm loving it. You got July the 10th. So you got August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. That's 8 months that she was out there. And they needed to find her. Well, you guys know that they did find her. And she'd been out there with all the elements, rain and animals chewing at her, eating on her and everything. But also, there was bleach poured on her. I'm going to tell you what the judge is having a problem with. Some people have asked me. And I can only tell you my opinion. If you have an opinion, you can share yours too. You know, we all have an opinion. Thank you for them hearts coming up there like that. Thank you very much. I love you. Here's the thing. Has anybody seen this man shoot Breasia? Now, we did have DL come on there and say he's seen it. I doubt that that is true. So that's a problem when it comes to the judge. Now, you never told nobody you seen your father shoot Breasia. But now you're on the stand and you're saying that. I told you guys that was going to be a problem, and it is a problem. Why? Did you just come now saying that you seen your daddy shoot Breasia? Okay. Second of all, there's a lot of things that, and you can write this stuff down, you guys. Remember, Breasia's mother, Aisha, she got the call at 7:47 in the morning. Remember, the sun comes at 5:37. Remember, there was a guy named Brinkley that said that he pulled somebody out of the he pulled somebody out of the mud that got stuck. Now, remember the little boy when he was in interrogation, and I'm talking about DL, he said it was morning time and the sun was out. He said it was morning time when Breasia and his dad left. Okay? He might be getting things mixed up. I doubt it was morning time when Breasia and the dad left. Why do I say that? Sun does not come up until 5:37. And remember, the man said that he pulled him out just before he went to work. He had to be at work at around about 6 o'clock in the morning. 5 o'clock in the morning. So it was between 4 and 5 o'clock, him pulling him out. Around about 4:30, he probably was getting pulled out. Remember, the sun wasn't out while he was getting pulled out. So going back and listening to what time the sun rise at 5:37, okay, he getting pulled out the ditch. Well, DL did say something about his dad told him he had got pulled out the ditch. Okay. So the second or third time when the dad has made it to the home, he's already been pulled out the ditch. Where did he get pulled out the ditch at? 100 feet away from where Breasia was found. It's a 30-minute drive. So now he done made it back home, because that is where he's living. There was not water. There was not food at his trailer that was somewhere down on whatever road. So he really wasn't living at the trailer. He was living with his girlfriend. Okay. Now, he probably kept the trailer, so if he wanted to go sleep with somebody or go or bring Breasia there or whatever, guess what? That's probably where he did what he needed to do. And here's the thing. There's a lot of times that Henry lied. I'm saying I caught him in his lies, you guys. I caught him in his lies. Let me share with you. So when Henry was in interrogation, and you guys help me out. You ain't got to just listen. I need you guys to speak in the chat so that I can see what you're saying too. So Henry says, little Vince, the investigator asked him, well, where's the car that you rode down here in? And he said, I'll answer that later. And he was like, what do you mean you answer? We need to know what car you rode down in. Did you ride in the purple, what was it? The purple, what kind of car was it? Because they made it seem like this car was one of those gangster cars or whatever. The purple car. Because when you say purple, you thinking that it's probably, if he's a drug dealer, he's probably got his stuff all hooked up. Impala, thank you. Thank you, Margie. Thank you, 777-9311. Impala. Why would you put 777-9311 in there? Don't even try to play with me. And see, that's just terrible, horrible that you would even come in here trying to play. 777-9311. What? Isn't that a song? 777-9311. Ooh, Is that a song? I need to know. Hold on. Because I think that's a song. She said, yeah, it is. Yes, that's a song. Okay, let me see. Because you doing something right there. 7779311. The Time. Yes, that is a song. You go with your bad self. I thought it was. You coming in here with that oldie but goodie stuff. I said, why you even want to play with me like that? Anywho's, I love that song. But anyway, she said one of my favorite jams, Morris Day. Okay. And when you wrote that in there, girl, I thought you was trying to put in one of my private phone numbers, which you are very, very close. Very, 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 which I don't share. But anyway, when I seen that 777, I said, oh my goodness, looky there. Anyway, you guys, let's get back into the topic, because that scared me for a minute. Because yeah, that came to my attention real quick. So Henry said, I don't want to answer the question. And he says, no, answer the question. How did you get down here? He would not answer the question. How he said, did you come down here in the purple Impala? He said, no. He says, where is it at? He says, little Vince got it. Isn't it strange, family? Listen to what I'm saying. Isn't it strange? Where is the Impala? Where's this purple Impala? He says, Henry says, little Vince. Isn't it strange that we ain't seen little Vince? Why little Vince, they ain't called little Vince to trial? Why they did not subject him to being, what do you call when subpoena you? That's the word, subpoena you to court, so we can hear from little Vince that did they come over to your house, and so that we know for sure what time they came over. Why little Vince did not show up or appear in court, since he dropped you off or whatever. So the person that was interrogating Henry says, well, what are they doing in the car? And Henry says, moving around. Moving around? Moving around for what? Moving around. Then he turns around and he says, well, how long are they going to be moving around? He says, until I call them. So he asks them some more questions. And then he turns around and says, so what is little Vince's phone number? And he says, I don't know. Okay, did you guys catch that? Because I know some of you guys is in here and you didn't catch. He says he don't even know his number, but he needs to. And I get maybe he has it programmed in his phone, but come on now. Like some of you guys, yeah, I don't know your number, but I can still call you. But I get it. But he don't know his phone number. He don't know his own phone number. That's strange. Yeah, I don't know my own phone number because I don't call myself. Yeah, but you know your number now. Come on, dude. You know your number. Come on. You know what? I know my number, but I don't call myself. And guess what? Both phone numbers, I sometimes may not remember, okay, give me some time. Give me a little time. I can tell you my phone number, but you know your phone number, okay? You know your phone number. This dude don't know his phone number. He don't know his address. He doesn't know the time because, he don't know nothing. What's Vince's last name? He don't know. Where do little Vince live? I don't know. Also remember, what's that you say? You say, also remember, he don't know phone numbers, so how is he supposed to call Vince to come get him? Exactly. He don't even know his last name. He didn't. Thank you, Lisa Calhoun. He did not know his son's last name. They was like, what's your son's last name? He says, I don't know what she named him. Man, I'm going to tell you something. That doesn't make a person guilty, but it just lets you know that you're hiding a lot of stuff when we're trying to look for this little girl and you're making it impossible because he said he went back to the house to get some money because he only had a couple of dollars when he's with his son. Remember, he said he went back to the trailer to get some money. So he could have picked up his son after getting stuck, which would have been around about 6 o'clock. And what did he do? He could have went to the trailer, like his son is saying, and then went to go get this bleach. He didn't know Aisha's number. He asked DL for her number. The police questioned Vince and released him. He lied and said she ran the first lie. I'm reading you guys' stuff. Let me put it on up in here. Also, remember, he did not know phone numbers, so how is he supposed to call little Vince to come get him? Okay, he did not want the police officer to know his code to get in his phone. Let me tell you guys something. If you guys don't know this, you're going to figure it out. They say stupid stuff talking about they need your code to get in the phone. No, they don't. They don't need your code to get in your phone. They do not need your code to get in that phone. They lying to y'all. They don't need your code to get it. Only thing they need is that phone. While you sitting there turning it off thinking they can't get in your phone, they all in your phone, dude. They in your phone. Only thing they need is your phone, okay? They can get in that phone. Hello? The only thing they have to get is a warrant, and they in your phone. You know? You can turn it off. If you turned off your phone, that might be, I don't know. But they can get in them phones. I can even Google that. Somebody Google it and ask, can the police get in your phone without knowing your code? Trust me. He pretend he didn't have a key to his girlfriend's home. That's what the terror detective said. Terror detective. They can break in the phone. Yes, they can break in their phones. They got the equipment to get in. Thank you. Come on. Come on, you guys. Let me share something else with you. So little Vince has his purple car and he's moving around. And when they're going to return it, he says, when I call them, do you know little Vince's phone number? And he says, no. Henry also says, I had to go to my trailer to grab some money because I was a little low. Henry, I did not call Aisha. No, did not call the police either. But he was seen buying the bleach. He has a sister that has came on national TV, you guys. Come on, I'm sharing this information with you that says she knows for a fact that her brother is not guilty. I'm going to share something else with you. He said that his sister and his mother was not at home. They were on their way. His sister says that they are just like identical twins. Like her brother would never do something of this nature. What do you mean? He did it to a 5-year-old. He's got a history. That's why he's a pedophile. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. That even though we protect our family members, what if he would have raped your kid? That's when you want somebody to do something or say something. But I'm going to tell you guys something, because I didn't want to get on the mama, but I got to get on the mama too. And I got to get on the grandma too. I'm going to tell you guys, I was going to invite them on or whatever. I don't want to. I don't. I'm going to tell you why. Because you know what? The mother said in the interrogation, the mom says, him, meaning Brianna. Listen to what I'm finna say. Him, meaning Brianna, Breasia. I said Brianna, sorry, excuse me. That him, DL, and Bree likes to go over there because of the snacks. What do you see wrong with that picture of what she said? Come on, you guys. She said, this came out the mama's mouth. You don't believe me? You go back and listen. She said, him talking about DL and her sister, and DL's sister, Breasia, likes to go over there because of the snacks. They like to go over there because of it. What do you mean they like to go over there? When they were talking about all the snacks. You know what, you guys? No food in his house, but there was food in Andrea's house. But remember, there's no food. Exactly, Tara Detective. There's no food at his house, but there's food at Andrea's house. But the mama also said they've never been over to Andrea's house. Come on. This is why this judge is having a problem. They've never been over there. How could your kids like to go over there if they keep the snacks? If they've never been over there? Make that make sense to me, please. Because I'm not understanding it. Not at all. Lisa Calhoun said, light grooming. Okay, I get that. But make it make sense. That's what the mother said. She called the sister and the mom afterwards for an alibi. Come on. The cop heard that about snacks too. Exactly. Do that make sense? So I'm telling you, this is why this stuff is not making sense. Because the mama knew he had a history of being a sex offender to a little girl. How much information? But she knew. She said in her interrogation or in her interview, because they wasn't really interrogating the mama. They was wondering, did the mama have something to do with this? But you quit. The relationship went sour after you heard he was a pedophile, after he lied about his age to you. But not only that, you guys, I'm going to tell you something, what Henry said, that him and Aisha, he was not seeing his son because of the relationship she had with someone else. Now, I'm not trying to be a telltale, because they said Breasia was a telltale. But here's the thing. He was angry with Breasia mama because Breasia mama was in a relationship with a woman. Okay? I'm trying to tell you guys, stuff that you're not putting in the equation. He said that. He didn't say what gender was her relationship, but that's who she had a relationship with. Hold on one moment. Anyway, why would you let your child go over there? And here's the thing. I believe without a doubt, I'm not perfect, but my opinion is they're not going to find him guilty for kidnapping. First of all, the mother was in agreement when she brought the kids' clothes over to the house. Number one, the grandmother let him go. She didn't grab the child hand and said, I said no. How is there kidnapping when she's walking willingly? She went anyway. So that charge is off the table. I can tell you guys that now. If the judge find him guilty on kidnapping, we're all in trouble. I don't see the kidnapping charge at all going anywhere. Period. Point blank. They're in the house. She didn't holler, hey, Andrea, he's taking me. He's taking me. The boy said he sneaked and peeked. She willingly walked. Kidnapping is off the table. Get that out of your get that out of your noggin right now. That ain't going nowhere. So there's only but one charge that the judge could be really, thinking about. Anybody want to come up here on the platform on the panel? I'm gonna go ahead and open it on up. All right. Yeah, the mom said she needed a break. Was her daughter special need? No, she was not special need. She needed a break. She said, well, see, that was just weird that she would even say that about her kid. I thought it was okay because I needed a break. And then she's going to turn around like her kids was a problem. She got 3 kids staying with her mama. And she got 3 kids. So you got babysitting. Ain't nobody going to watch your kids for free. So you probably paying your mama. I had to pay mine. She wasn't going to watch my kids for free. And I had to go to work. I couldn't just go do anything else. And get it. I understand it. Taught me a good lesson. With you don't have your life together, you need to probably just go to work and come home and watch your kids. Now, if you need some help, I'll watch your kids, but not so you can go run and get some more kids. You got 3 kids, 3 different daddies. You need to probably go to work so you can go live with yourself, live with your children. But as young ladies, we sitting there mad at mama because of what you did in your life. She got a small job, a rinky-dinky minimum wage job, but she was working. So she was trying. I'm going to tell you, Henry said her mama Nita, they call her Nita, N-I-T-A, Nita McQuay. That's what I got here, Quay. I don't know. He tried to spell it. So Q-U-A-Y or whatever. Nita McQuay. He knew her name. Guess why he knows mama name? Just like when we look at King Hill case. These grandmothers. Let me tell you. He said, come on, like he was running something. You see it all the time. You guys know this. You know why? Because he was probably selling drugs. And grandma was buying drugs. And mama buying drugs. So, they just pretty much give their daughters to the drug man. Hello, this is SP. Woke the guy, what's your flavor?
Well, I was wondering, she left the daughter with her mother, correct?
Yes, she left all 3 kids with her own mama. He came over. Okay, so he came over to pick up DL. And when they was getting ready to go, Breasia wanted to go. And the other kid, the older kid, his name is CS. He wanted to go. And he was like, no. Breasia he said he don't have enough room. And so the grandmother said, no, Breasia, stay. DL and his daddy said, come on. Like what she say don't mean SHI, you know what. And Breasia,
That's kind of negligence on grandma's part.
That is negligence on grandma's part. How can somebody come in the house and you tell a kid that's not his that no, you can't go, and he say, come on anyway?
Yeah, that's definitely negligence on the part of grandma.
So CS wanted to go, and he's like, I ain't got room for you. Wouldn't you being a grandmother say, hey, hold on? I mean, because she's a girl, and you're a big man. You ain't her daddy. How you going to come and denounce what I just said? I told her no, and you say, come on.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's very weird, ain't it?
It's definitely weird.
And guess what Henry say in the interrogation? He turns around and say, her mama likes me. They all like me. Her whole family likes me. I just didn't get in. Me and her quit talking for a minute because of the person she was dating.
And you said she was dating a woman?
Yeah, she was dating a woman. Actually, you see the woman, when they were doing a news interview, the woman was sitting right next to her.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, I have to go back and look at that.
You didn't see that part? Yeah. She's a stud.
Yeah, I have to go back and look at that part again.
Oh, I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Yeah, so you ain't got to look for it. I'll send it to you. And also, the sister, Henry's sister, did an interview too. And she says, just like the sister of Corey's, the evidence. Where's the evidence? They want people to have evidence. Like, people sometimes do go to jail with substantial, the small evidence of you were there, you had the opportunity, the time is not right, you've been lying, you didn't look for this kid, you went and bought bleach, they don't have no evidence of the car being that girl or Henry being in either car.
Yeah, I question when people start to defend pedophiles. If there's any way, shape, or form that you could be guilty, I can't defend you.
Right.
I don't care if you're my family or not. Wrong is wrong.
Exactly.
This blood is thicker than water stuff. That just don't go with me when it comes to kids.
Exactly. You know what happens? Let me share this with you. You know what happens? People be like, oh, that's my brother and da-da-da-da-da. But then when your brother done attacks your child, now you ready for him to go to jail. But you ain't ready for him to go to jail because he not only sexually abused this child, allegedly, but also killed her, shot her in the freaking face.
And I wonder why he shot her in the face.
I think he shot her in the face so they couldn't identify her.
That's what I was about to say.
And other people was like, the last time we was on here was Monday, and on the 28th, and people were saying, because I was like, there was something wrong with when the one guy the interview, the Brickley guy, and he was just sitting there so comfortable. Something was wrong. Somebody, I do believe that they were probably trafficking this girl. Why would the mother say that's why she and DL, him and she said him and Breasia like to go over there because of the snacks. Now I know that she talked to her child at some time throughout the night, because when she brought the clothes, the little girl came down the stairs and she brought the dog and said she played with the dog and she wanted to bring the dog in the house, and she said no, the dog can't go, da 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 da. But how do you get so comfortable, girl? Shoot,
I feel like that the guy is a drug dealer.
Yeah, she know that.
And that when the kids are around, he throws a little bit of money around, and because their moms don't have no money, that's something for him.
Yeah.
You know, buy them little McDonald's, little snacks, whatever, and that's special for them because they're not getting that at home.
Right.
So that's why they like to be around him.
Exactly.
Put a little change around, and they think that's something. For all we know, he could be giving the mom a little change just to let the girl go.
Exactly. Mama's so into her own life that she
don't care about nothing.
What she should have did was when she brought the clothes over there, she should have said, you come home with me. Get in the car. You come home with me and let DL have time with his dad. That's not your dad. So you know how women always argue and say, well, I was with the person. So yeah, if you do for one, you got to do for all and blah, 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 blah. Girl, I mean, once you get it in your hands, you can do what you want to with it, but you can't tell somebody else what to do with their money just because you got kids by other people now.
Right, but didn't he even say that he raised her?
That's what he said. I raised her.
So he's probably been playing daddy.
Yeah. He probably been playing dad. That's why he can get in that house with them women and tell her, come on.
Yep. That's exactly how it is.
Because ain't nobody gonna, if trust and believe. And then why did the grandma don't call the mom and say, hey, look, she was like, I didn't want to bother her. She at work. Girl, when it comes to my kids, you ain't bothering me. You need to tell me who got my kids. Soon is she, why did she leave? Think it was over. Girl, do you not know you cannot come in my house getting my kid, my grandkid, and it just because I don't care if you the daddy. If the mama said no, girl, do you not know? I've already told y'all my experience when the father came over to my house and my daughter was here and she told him no and he grabbed the kid. Girl, they had to surround his family had to surround my house because I told that boy, no, you won't. No, you will not. Period. Now get out of here. Get off my property. Get out of here. He was like, I want my son. This is your son. But mama said no. And no means no. Hello? I didn't tell my daughter to hand him his kid. And it was his kid. At my house, that's what you run. You run that. Now, if you were somewhere else, I could see him saying, well, this, that, and the other. But mama sitting there, grandma sitting there, and grandma didn't make that little girl stay. And just like Rachel came on the other day, she was 100% correct. You gonna be mad, but you gonna be alive. Sit down. That's grown folk. That's what an adult's supposed to have done. Hello?
But again, if he, I'm telling you, this is what I believe. I believe when he would go around them, even grandma, throw her a couple dollars. That's why, even though she said no, when he still took her, she didn't object.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he felt, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know how drug people consider they body away.
Yeah. If I tell him no, if I go against what he's saying, he's a man, then when I want to get a little something or whatever, he gonna be like, nah, you disrespectful. I was trying to get my daughter and you wouldn't let me have her. So no, miss me with that. You can get a crumb. Like you come with a crumb, you come with 10, you gonna get 10. Other than that, miss me. But I thought we was cool. I thought we was family. I adored you guys. I give you anything, I come to you and you ask for a dime, I give you 20, 30 or something. Sometimes I give you something on hold, let you hold something until you get paid or whatever. But I come get my kid, you won't let me get my kid? Nah, miss me with that. So mama was like, he said, come on. Like, I'm running this. Come on. And the girl went.
Yep. That's exactly what happened.
Yep. That's why I tell people all the time when they sitting there doing stuff that they got no business doing. I said, do you not know that you're making deals with the devil? Sooner or later, that devil spirit is going to come to you and you can't even tell them no. Why? Because you're so interested in the next time you get your hit that they give you something good.
Right.
Or you want them to wait till you get paid. So now you just handed your child's child to the devil spirit because that's what you're dealing with. You wasn't dealing with Henry. You was dealing with that spirit, and that spirit wanted your child, and with nothing you could say because you were thinking about how you gonna get high, and the next time you get you a good old something because you let him spend time with your grandchild. So you basically handed this child over to this man. You did that one. Grandma did that one. And mama did it too. Because mama shouldn't have got off work being like, here you go, some clothes. I'm going to tell you something about kids, okay? And you know this. I'm not trying to deal with somebody else's kids. I'm just not. Really, I'm not. For what? So I can have a problem? No. People just ain't doing that just because you're a kid. Now, you know what I'm saying? Like if we're going somewhere, yeah, you can go, ask your mama. I need a high yes, 100% yes, that this is okay. Other than that, no. If anybody tell me no, no means no. She came off of work, didn't have a problem with her being over there, and brought clothes. Like his girlfriend wants to deal with your kids. This girlfriend sat there and lied. She knew he had no business with the girl. She said she seen her at the car, standing by the car. DL said she went from window to window looking. She freaking knew. Let me tell you something. Things like that, if you didn't think nothing of it, then you would have just sat back and say, oh, he taking her home. Or, oh, such. In the middle of the night, you didn't even wake up your girlfriend and say, hey, I'm finna take Bree. I'm finna take her home. You didn't tell nobody. You just come grab the girl. Come on, let's go. Yeah, I'm going to show you how to drive. Or I'm going to drive you home. Your mama's looking for you. Because he could have said that to Bree, and that's why she went. He could have lied to her. And now I think he did. He probably said, your mama wants you home, so I need to take you home. Let's go. But the girlfriend should have been inquisitive because you got a young lady with you and should have said, hey, where are you going? Okay, if you at my house Are you doing something? You got my grandson or you got my daughter with you? Hey, what y'all finna do? I'm all in your grill. What's going on? Where you think you're going? I had my daughter tell me something one day. Oh, he gonna do this, he gonna do that. I said, no, he's not. And then he did it. I said, hold on. Stop it right there. In front of all of them. You do not do that. I said no, don't do that. Don't buy her nothing, no more. Period. Kids don't understand that. You may have good intentions and you may not. I'm going to look at it like this. You know what they tell you as a nurse? They say when you conduct an assessment on anybody that comes in that building, you treat them as if they are infected. You put your gloves on. They sit there and say, oh, I don't have COVID. Oh, I ain't got herpes. I ain't got HIV. I ain't got syphilis. I ain't got this. You put your gloves on and put your mask on, and then you conduct the thing as if they do. Right. Because ain't nobody going to come out and just say, yeah, I was thinking about this. I was thinking about that. We don't know. You could have not been thinking about it at the beginning, but opportunity came. It presented itself, and guess what? You did something. You had no business taking that little girl out that house in the middle of the night. And grandma had no business handing her to you because that's what she did. And the girlfriend had no business letting you take the little girl out the house as she did. And mama had no business bringing clothes over to the house because all of y'all lying. Mama said she likes to go over there because of the snacks. Yeah, they like to go over there because of the snacks.
And we don't know. He could have been messing with this little girl all along.
Girl, do you not know? DL said he was in the living room and Breasia was in the bedroom with Henry playing the jumping game. Now, what is the jumping game? Come on now. Was he setting her on his lap, getting a little lap dance? The jumping game. What jumping game? Because the game is not in the bedroom. The game is in the living room.
Oh, yeah. Something was going on.
And when he said it, I want you guys to hear it. I'll find it real quick and share it with you. When the child spoke on it, he stopped. Nobody said if there was another game on the TV or anything, but he said they were playing the jumping game. Now, just remember, DL played the PlayStation 5 or whatever. That was in the living room. The PlayStation 5 is not in the bedroom. Right. So what jumping game was they playing in the bedroom? Come on, tell me why the prosecutors didn't say there's not another game, TV game to play in the bedroom. Right. But DL said they playing the jumping game. And then when she said, what jumping game? He didn't say nothing for almost a whole minute. You know, a whole minute is long for a child to answer something. He's looking, thinking like he know that he was already getting fixated on his sister. Mm-hmm. And he didn't know how to explain it. What jumping game were you talking about, DL? Come on.
So they didn't go into that?
They didn't go into that. They didn't call Vince. They didn't go into this jumping game. They didn't bring out, was there another PlayStation 5 in the bedroom or a Nintendo or whatever? They didn't go into the jumping game. They did not, girl. They did not bring it home. Everybody's talking about, oh, they brought it home. I'm like, no, they didn't. Where's Vince? Where's little Vince?
Yeah, they slipped up.
Zena says they had an Xbox and a PlayStation, one in the bedroom, one in the living room. They were playing the jumping game. Well, Zena said there was an Xbox, and the Xbox must have been in the bedroom. But girl, who keeps an Xbox in the bedroom and the PlayStation in the living room? Come on. I never heard nobody say there was an Xbox in the bedroom. I never heard that. Zena said it was. Oh, Soldier Girl said, I thought they were playing the game on the phone in the bedroom. Andrea testified that there was, hold on. And she's saying that Andrea testified that there was 2 games. Zena just said that. Thank you for bringing that fact out. I always like y'all to don't just come here saying some stuff. You got to tell us what you're talking about. So I'm going to go back and look at what Andrea testified on again.
Okay, well, I'm going to go down so somebody else can call in.
All right, let me write your name down on here because I got you.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
All right, I'll give it back.
All righty. So, the judge is taking his time and everybody wants to know, why is it taking so long? He's a judge. He can see through things of this nature, and he should be able to. But he's going to have to get it right because it's on him. It's funny how judges come in there and they have a juror and they tell the jurors all these rules and regulations and things of that nature and stuff. And now it comes up on him, and it's been days and he has not came out with a verdict. It's been days. And I was wondering, what is all the charges? I only know of 2. One is kidnapping and the other one is first-degree murder. I don't know the other ones, you guys. I don't know. We're going to have to figure it out. Why did the girlfriend not go in? Come on. Why did the girlfriend not go in there and ask, why are you here with the girl, leaving your son out here to play without you? Because you were supposed to be spending time with your son. Exactly. But he was spending time with that girl. He didn't even want to have nothing to do with that little boy. He told the little boy, oh, I had to get pulled out the ditch. That's why I think DL got the time mixed up, because it was morning when he came and picked him up, and it was probably about 6 o'clock. And then at 6 o'clock, remember, he was already at the store early before the store opened up at 7 o'clock. So DL could be getting the morning mixed up with when he really picked him up, because he was stuck. He said, did you see your dad stuck? And he said, no, he told me he got stuck and he had to pay the guys for getting him unstuck. But that shows you he was there. If the judge do not find him guilty, the judge got to find him guilty. The judge is mad that they got no evidence. They got no DNA. The judge is upset with that. I'd rather be the judge and find him guilty than be the judge and not find him guilty. Why? You do not have to have DNA or factual evidence to find someone guilty. But if there was a doubt, there is not doubt in my mind that this man is guilty, even without the evidence of the DNA. Just because your car is clean and you put the girl in your car and they do not have evidence that she was in your car, but we know she was. When she left the house with you, she had to go in the car. Yes, Rachel, what's going on?
Hi, SP. How are you? Howdy, howdy.
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. So I was listening to the closing arguments with the defense and the prosecution. And like you were saying, I was listening to you earlier through your whole thing, and I believe USP. It's like there's no evidence, and like you said, there's no evidence, and it's going to be hard. The judge is really going to be hard to convict. Um, um, what's his name? What's his name?
Henry.
Henry. Yeah, Henry. I feel like it's going to be really hard, like you said, and you were saying something about the kidnapping, right?
Yeah, he can't
How
really
you were
get him.
saying how you mentioned just now about the kidnapping, right?
Yeah.
And I do feel I still feel he kidnapped this little girl, because even though he took Breasia from the home of the grandmother, right? I feel he now was able to kidnap from the home of where she's supposed to be, because because we know that he was in the home of the girlfriend and him, right? And the home of his home,
Right.
right? And we know that that's where she was supposed to be sleeping, in the home of the girlfriend and DL and the little girl. They both all be sleeping in the same house, and we know that DL and the girlfriend saw Henry kidnap her from the house where they were sleeping. So I feel that he kidnapped the last person who had her was him. So I feel that
Because he had her, but does that mean he kidnapped her?
yes, he kidnapped them from his home, from her bed. He took her from the bed.
She walked down those stairs.
We don't. Well. DL said yes. He lured her out the house. He kidnapped her out the house. He lured her.
He lured her, but
Which she walked.
But do you know what kidnapping means? So let's go with the definition of kidnapping. The definition of kidnapping in the law.
Mm-hmm.
Kidnapping is a crime at common law consisting of an unlawful restraint of a person's liberty by force or show of force. Under modern law, it has to be forced.
But remember, can I ask you a question? Remember when DL said that Breasia kicked him? Do we know that she kicked him because he was taken out of the bed out of her will?
Yeah, okay, there's more. So let me read this too, because this is probably what you're trying to say. So under modern law, this crime usually only requires that the victim be taken to another location or concealed.
Right. So when he said that he was laying down and Breasia kicked him, now do we, like I'm saying, do we know that was from out of her will? Like she's kicking him saying like, let me go. How do we know that she was kicking him saying no and he pulled her mouth? We don't know if, she willingly left. We don't know if she willingly walked. We don't know after that kick, he held her mouth and then she willingly left.
Right.
We don't know.
Right.
He's a big guy. She's a little girl, So
Yeah.
we really don't know.
Wow. Yeah. I get what you're saying. Is she kicked him trying to warn him?
Yeah, because she did kick him. He did say Breasia kicked. He said he kicked me. Because he did say Breasia kicked him. Because he was at the foot of the bed and she at the top of the bed. So we don't know why Breasia kicked. Why would she kick her brother if she, out of the blue, But because he's sleeping, and all of a sudden she see his sister leaving, but now she's leaving because now you know, this big, you know, his big guy is now saying, you say something, I'm going to kill you, or I'm going to harm you, or you don't know what he said afterwards. You know what I mean? So we
Yeah, he
don't
could have.
know.
Yeah, he could have told her, "Your mom wants you, so you
Or
got.
something, you
I'm gonna
know.
take you home."
But then, you know, that's when um DL said, oh, we heard him say something about cars, you know, and that's when he said, oh, I'm going to take you to see a car. You know, we don't know, because he did mention after the kick, you know, his sister willingly, that's when she willingly left, but we don't know for sure because he wasn't fully up. And then the prosecution said you really can't see going down the stairs. So who knows if he didn't have her over, you know, over his shoulder, lift her over the shoulder, carrying her down. We don't know how she got down those steps.
He said that the door slammed.
Yeah, but we don't know. Like I said, yeah, the door. She heard the door. He heard the door slammed, but we don't know how Henry carried Breasia down the steps. If he put her over his shoulder and carried her down, because now remind you, DL woke up slightly. You know what I'm saying? So you know, who know if he knew if DL was gonna wake up afterwards. He wanted to get her out quickly. Maybe he took her over the shoulder, ran down the stairs, and slammed the door. You know.
But the girlfriend said that she seen Breasia standing on the side of the car, standing.
But remember, but then she said that. Remember, she said she saw her though. But then her testimony kind of weird too, because she said she saw her because she knew by her hair. Her face was turned slightly, but she could by her hair, by the shells in her hair. So you know what I mean. She said she could tell by her hair, but she was standing. But she also said by her hair too, and she was standing. So that testimony too was kind of weird. Because all day today, because I was listening, re-listen to everybody's testimony, because I also went over DL's testimony too, and I was listening to his testimony when he tripped up over the testimony with the defense side, when he was saying, oh, about when him and his sister went to the guy's house, and he said, did you go before or after you went to the girlfriend's house? Before or after with Breasia, But he was trying to trip up DL, But DL know what he was trying to say. He was trying to say before he went to his sister's house, because he said after he went back to his girlfriend's house, we didn't go nowhere,
Yeah.
because he kept trying to trip him up,
Yeah.
and then DL was getting frustrated on the stand,
Yeah.
So I kept saying, oh my God, DL messed up, but DL didn't really mess up. He was just trying to trip him up over the on the stand about his testimony,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then I was going over one of the testimonies too, because and then with the closing arguments too, when I was trying to understand as well, because the prosecution was saying, everybody's trying to go over his DL case, like trying to make the little boy a liar. He was only 8 years old at the time of the crime, So he's only 8. You got to remember, he's only 8, so he's not going to remember everything. He's going to have some things, backwards, forward, but he's trying to remember as well, But here we are trying to make this little boy a liar, or trying to switch up his testimony, but nobody going after this adult. Nobody going after the girlfriend. Who knows more,
Right.
Who's an adult? Who could have stopped this from happening, but chose not to? She
Right.
actually saw the girl. She actually could have did more for the little girl. She actually saw the girl at the vehicle before she left with Henry. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Could have called 911. Could have did more for the child. but now going after a child, you know?
Right.
And it's
Right.
true. 'Cause everybody keeps saying, you keep pointing your fingers at DL, at DL, at DL, and it's so true, you know?
Yeah.
And nobody's going after the adult who could have did more, who had a cell phone, who could have went down 911, who could have probably ran down the stairs and got to Breasia more quickly, you know?
I think the girlfriend knew, and she let him take her car.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm just like, you know. And then I was looking at it to the defense. So I didn't realize, because like during the defense, I was writing some things down while waiting on you to come on, like Wednesday, but you didn't come on. I just heard you had a 13-hour work. Oh my God, I feel so bad. You worked 13 hours. Oh my God, SP.
No, I work 12 hours a day
Oh,
every
12.
day
Oh my God.
for
Wow, that's a
for
lot.
13 days straight. That's what I did.
Oh my God, that's so much.
Yeah, I had a breakdown. I broke
So
down. I was like, no more. I can't do nothing
I
else.
I know, but I didn't know, like during the time when it was going into the vehicle, that they had the defense said, Your Honor, they had a water bottle and they had a children's mask in the car,
Yeah,
right? Of
check
the
that
car,
mask.
and a children's mask, and they had a water bottle, and they had other, and they could attest for DNA. So, do you think that the prosecution and like the not the prosecution, you know, like the FBI and all of them, they messed up? Why they didn't pull DNA from that? Like, why they didn't go like after and see if they could have found Breasia, you know, DNA, or you know, on those items, if
On
they
the
didn't
water
find anything
bottle?
else on the water bottle or the children's mask?
I don't know.
What would that would have made any difference?
It was weird when they had that children's mask in there. What was
Right.
that about?
Yeah.
Why would he have a kid mask in the car?
Hmm. That
You don't
got
have,
me
you don't
too.
have any more kids, so why do you have a mask in there for a kid? So that's why I
Hmm.
think that they were um trafficking these kids. Yeah, I
What,
do.
him and his girlfriend?
Yeah, yeah. I don't believe
That's
she
crazy.
knew the gist of everything, but she knew it wasn't right. You don't let some man come in the house and take a kid out in the middle of the night. You don't do
Right.
that. Would you let
Right.
somebody take your kid or somebody else's kid out in the middle of the night?
SP, you already know I told you. It'll be there. Yeah, they'll be okay. It'll be okay. You'll be all right. You ain't leaving here. You ain't leaving here. You'll be mad, but you get over it. No kid is leaving my house.
Exactly. None.
Nobody.
Even if it ain't even my kid, the kid still
Ain't
ain't leaving.
no. You ain't leaving my house. I don't know where you going, but the kid they'll can go. But
The
that ain't
kid,
happening.
yeah, the kid cannot
Mm-mm.
go.
No, that's not happening.
Yeah,
And
wait till
then
your
and
mom
then
get home.
I don't understand. Like I mean, and like you said, the judge have a really big decision, and like you said, there are only two charges. There's only the kidnapping and the first and murder, and I think it's second degree or first degree, whatever. Only those two charges that the judge has to have to
Do
find
it.
him guilty. Have to find him guilty of, but I don't know. He's really have a hard decision, and like the defense saying, like there's no DNA, and that is what the judge is fighting with. But I can say is that if the judge really look into it, he took that child.
Hmm.
He the last person with Breasia, and the DA the DA goes not the defense goes, oh, but there's no evidence. He must be a great he must be really good at wiping behind himself, cleaning his evidence. He is a damn good. He is good. He is good cleaning behind himself.
Well, I
You know.
think when little Vince had his car and his mama and his sister, I think they cleaned that car up really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
had
they
to.
cleaned the car really good. They
Yeah,
really did. They
yeah,
had to. And I don't think Dio was lying about smelling bleach. He wasn't lying. He smelled bleach.
yep, yeah,
He wasn't lying. Everybody said they wasn't lying.
exactly.
And they weren't lying. They smelled bleach. Bleach have a distinctive smell, and he smelled bleach. And I mean, last person that Breasia did not leave that house. Henry took that girl out that house, and the judge must find him guilty for both charges. The judge cannot be that crazy, that dumb. He just can't be.
Yeah,
He just can't be. I just hope and pray that he find this man guilty for both charges. I just hope. But
yeah,
it just came on to ask these questions, and but I've been listening. I've been going back and forth through these, the ones that I want to rehear and rehear this on the stand and stuff, and and it's like, and go back over the testimonies and and things. But I just feel like the grandmother too, like she should have let her granddaughter go with that man, knowing what you know. And the thing about the daughter, she said that she not that she wanted a break from her kids. She said that she wanted to work more overtime.
right.
But she said she wanted to work more overtime, not get a break from her children. She said she wanted more overtime.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what she said, more
It's
overtime.
kind of the way she said it. She said,
Yeah.
I needed the break. Then she says, so I can work more overtime.
Oh yeah, she said more overtime. Yeah, that's what she said. Yeah. I was like,
But
oh no, she wanted more overtime. But yeah, she said I guess the break must have said it. She said I wanted more overtime. But yeah, she shouldn't have said the break. Yeah, but I'm like, the
more
break.
overtime, your mama's watching your
But you live home,
kids.
right? You live home with your mama. She got your kids. Like, why would you care if he had them or not? Like, more overtime. Like you said, you live at home with your mama. Like, and then why would you want your children with a stranger? He's practically a stranger. Like,
Well,
girl.
not when she was in that interrogation. She turns around and said that they like to go over there because of the snacks.
Why would she even? I heard that part. Why would she even say that? Like,
If
you don't
they've
have food
never
in your
been
house,
over there, if they've never been over there before, how can you say they like to go over there because of the snacks?
right? Right.
If it's their
That's
first
true.
time going over there and
Right. That
oh, mom, they
too.
got some good snacks or something. But you're not saying what is happening right now. You're saying previously they like to go over there
Correct. Like
because
they've been there before.
yeah. But then she
Yeah.
turns around and say they never been over there before.
Right. So she's contradicting herself. Because she's
Exactly.
making it seem like she's been. Oh, so, wait. I'll be like, wait. So they've been there before? How you know what kind of snacks he had?
Yeah.
So basically I would have been like, wait, have they been there or have they not? So how what you mean, like they like his snacks? Like, woman, you're not making no sense. You're sitting there
Exactly.
putting yourself like in a hole, or you're lying to us.
And I guarantee you the judge is gonna say something about that too.
Yeah, because he listening to everything, and he gonna read in between all those lines.
He's gonna
So
say, how would your kids like the snacks? And
if they haven't been there before,
yeah,
previously, before this day.
yeah. They've been there before. That's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure they've been there before.
Mm.
Because why would the little girl be like, oh, she even said, Breasia was really excited that she wanted to become a call center person just like Andrea too, and she's excited.
If that was her first time being on
Yeah,
Andrea's call, learning the AT&T,
yeah,
right? Learning that, how you so excited about something you never did but just one time.
right. And you so involved in you telling your mom all about it. Yeah. And the mom said she got off work. She got off work at what time? At 5 something.
504, 504.
And then you get the clothes and bring them over there. But all of a sudden, your daughter is really excited about trying to be something that she just heard within 30 minutes, But I just believe, and you guys know, when a parent is involved in the drug part, the smoking weed and stuff, then kids gravitate to people that have money, have cars, get to do things and stuff.
Right.
I think everybody failed, Aisha. Everybody failed. Everybody failed this little girl. And this judge don't want to fail this little girl, but he has to follow the law, and I don't think he wants to follow the law, so he's trying to look to see if they have anything that they can find him guilty on, because at the end of the day, we do know a lot when we hear it. We do. Thank you, Rachel, for coming on up. I gave you 1 point and I needed to give you 2, so I got to fix that. You guys, I'm going to get off of here. We always do way more than 1 hour, but I'm going to get off of here and go back. And so right now, I've got nothing but time to look at things, go over it, research more, who said what, and I'm pretty sure the judge is doing that too. I would advise you guys, if you want to understand it more, not only this case, but you can take everything from this case, and when the cases are coming up, you're starting to understand it's not as simple as you think it is when it comes to putting someone away. And it's not as easy for you to say, oh, this person was there, so that means that they're guilty. But just like the attorney, the prosecutor says, he must be the most unluckiest person in the world, because the place where he got stuck at, that's where Breasia was found. He took her out the house, but we don't know. Nobody's seen him shoot her or hurt her, but we do have DL saying he's seen his sister being shot, which I told you guys, everybody was like, oh my goodness, and I was too. But then when everything came out, I'm like, if he's seen his sister get shot, then DL is not telling the whole story. He knows way more, and he kept that. But as I see it right now, the story he's telling, there's no way he was there when Breasia was shot. And that's okay. He's a kid. We give him that. And you got to remember, this is his sister. So I would probably do the same thing. I would say whatever I can to help this monster be put away. But it does mess up the case, because only thing they have to do is find where he's lied one time, and then everything that he has says cannot even be taken as the truth. So what I'm saying to you guys, you think this is just going to be easy, but what I just said, you find that person tell one lie about this case, and then that takes away their credibility on everything else they said. So yeah, the judge do have a lot to do, and we're going to keep watching. We'll be on here Monday. We definitely going to be here Monday, you guys. And yes, Alicia says, right, you have to follow the laws and the protocols. Exactly. SP, not sure what happened. My phone must have lost. You're fine. You're fine, Rachel. I hope the judge find him guilty. I do too. He is not so smart as he think. He's not. And like, you know what, you guys? I am surprised about two things. Number one, where's little Vince? They needed to find little Vince or subpoena him to come in. Where's little Vince? That's the key right there. What did you guys do with the car, the Impala, when y'all just had it moving around? Where did you guys go? Where did you guys go in this Impala? It's so weird to me that they did not have little Vince on the stand. They had everybody else. But remember, the kids went to little Vince's house soon as Henry had got him. So little Vince should have been the primary suspect to question, to interrogate, and have on that stand. I don't care how you get him. The only way he shouldn't have been on the stand is if he was in the same predicament as Mr. Brinkley. He would have had to been dead. And if he ain't dead, he should have been on that stand. Because there's a lot of open questions. Like, okay, they were playing at your house. Do they have DNA at your house? What time did they leave? So we can get a little bit more clear understanding of the timeline. He said he came back. Do you have cameras? Do the people that live clear to you have cameras? So we can see when he came and when he left. Did he really come back 3 times over to your house? And then what time in the morning did you hook up with Henry and now you have the car and Henry don't have the car? Because he didn't drive the car to the police station. Questions that wasn't asked, answered, or even put in the equation. I would have put it in the equation in the closing if I couldn't reach him, or there is no little Vince, or if there's little Vince, but he didn't show up and he was supposed to. Guess what? We would get in touch with little Vince, and that could be something that the judge want to hear too. Like maybe later on we find where little Vince is and question him. Anyway, you guys, go back, look at some of the interrogation. Until then, we will come back on Monday. We are in the verdict watch. Like, share, subscribe.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you, and I think you'll have to listen, because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day.
We won't stop. We will not stop.
Sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so bright, it's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give, something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now
See this? Now you cannot go.
Baby, baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give, something's telling me it's right.
Neighbors and the
When you
community
came to me,
compelled
who
to
are
scour
you?
the area.
It's you, yeah.